can we resist on temptations? How can we say no easily when we know that it's time to say no? Are you familiar with the time that you wanted to do something and when you want to say no, but you end up doing the same thing, you get to the same track, and you know there are many bad habits in your life, but you know what? If I don't change, everything's okay, everything's fine, so I'd rather not change. I get you, my friend, and we are all humans, and this is not uncommon. It is common, it is familiar to many of us, especially as entrepreneurs, as CEOs, as successful people, that you already been doing a lot of things in your life that worked it out, and you have enough money, you have achieved certain amount of success and recognition, but you know there's areas that you are meant to do some change, whether it's your health, your relationship. Because here's the truth, there are so many successful people that they are successful in business, but they either will be short for a partner in relationships or they have problems in their health. And that is not good, my friend. And the good news is you can achieve all of them as long as you're willing. I want to circle back that I have been in the conferences for the last 2 decades. I've been traveling around the world. I know people who are millionaires, billionaires, who are already super successful. And the funny part is I'm always one of the only females in the room, that they were all males. And in fact, in the last few days, I was having dinner with all the successful CEOs, and I was the only female on that table in that room. And I'm not here to brag or say anything about it. I'm here to share with you that I do understand about males. I do understand because I've been talking to those successful entrepreneurs, particularly in the logistics industry, for the last 2 decades. And I've been coaching the global CEOs in the last 3 or more years as well. And the thing that I've discovered is when I was in the room, I can see these people are beautiful, they are hardworking, they have a lot of pressure on their shoulder, but they believe the only way for them to release the pressure is to have fun. I have no problem against to have fun because I'm also a person who loves to have fun, and I believe our life needs to have fun. Without fun, it's going to be boring and it's going to be less meaningful. But in the meantime, we need to be very careful that when we are not careful, we try to use those kind of short-term fun to numb ourselves, to ignore things that is telling us, hey, we should focus on more on your health, or we should look at this relationship path, or we should go back home earlier, we should spend more time with family. All these voices around you, you've been like, nah, I'm not listening to them. I know I'm having fun right now. I'm good, I'm fine. But can we just pause for a moment here, my friend? If you are a global CEO, you understand what I'm talking about. First of all, I want to acknowledge your feeling and your situation, because there are so many things you need to take care of, and seems like everybody's relying on you because you're so capable. Sometimes it's hard to say no when it's easier to say yes. But then after saying yes, you realize it will create a new problem and another problem, endless problems. And the most important thing here is you will lose your inner peace. So today I want to share with you, how can we resist on temptations? How can we say no easily when we know that it's time to say no? Can I use fishes as a demonstration? First of all, we're not fishes, but if you ever go fishing or you're a fisherman or you ever saw someone who's doing fishing, you understand what I'm talking about. In order to get the fishes, you need to get the bait to attract the fishes so that they will come to you instead of you have to catch them because they're going to run away. And Isn't that familiar? If I say, hey, fishes don't just wake up and say, hey, I want to be caught today, I want to be eaten on the dinner table and say bye to my family. Fishes don't want that. But what happened is every time fishes will come to the bait and they will be killed and they will be eaten. Well, I like fishes too. I'm not here to judge anyone. But we are the fishes. And because what happened is if we say yes to the things that just like the bait to get us to say yes to, it's easy to just destroy us and to kill us. When I say kill, it's kill our good habits and to live a meaningless life, or we do stupid things, silly things that we will then regret. For me, I believe I don't drink like alcohol, I don't smoke, I don't like the smell. So just a little story sharing here. A few days ago, I was in a networking event. I understand networking is all about getting together with people. So I went to the dinner with all the entrepreneurs. They're amazing people, beautiful, but of course they swear, which is something that I'm not used to. I don't swear anyway, but I feel a little bit hard to adjust. But I do understand it's just a habit. They don't have any harmful attention or intention to myself or to anyone around them. It's just the habits that how they talk. And then I also went to the pub. I don't like going to the pub, but I know that's where networking happens. That's where how you get to know each people and get to a deeper conversation. Because when you are all seriously in the conference room, you just be like, hey, what you do, what you do, like boring conversations. It doesn't work with good results. And then when you go to the pub, then people start to be more relaxed and chill. They start to share all the secrets. They start to tell you everything about their life. That's where true networking happens. I did the same thing that I could talk to people about lives and ask them how they're doing with their family and everything, but I don't drink. And this is funny because I'm holding this a glass of water, not a bottle, a glass of water, and people keep asking me, "What are you holding? Is that wine?" I said, "Yep, water." People was like, "What?" I've been doing this for the last 20 years. I mean, at the beginning, when I was younger, I was scared of being judged, so I just hold that wine and never drink just to make sure that people think that I'm drinking, but I don't. But now I'm more like different. I'm not scared of being me, be authentic. I just say, I don't drink. I just drink water. You can enjoy yours. I'm fine. But then there's a guy who's really, really nice. He keeps saying, hey, are you sure? Do you want something? I'm going to grab you some wine, something, even beer or anything. Just tell me. I was like, no, thank you. And he asked me again. I said, no, thank you. He asked me like about 10 times. I said, no. He said, seriously? I said, seriously. I just drink water. And he said, okay. He gave up. He went and grabbed some drinks for other people. I'm not here to brag how consistent I am or how strong I am, how strong will I have. I'm here to let you know that when you decided, when you are committed, when you know that you're not going to drink anything else except for water, nobody can really change that unless you give the authority and give the power to that person who asked you. Well, I didn't feel bad because I was really polite and respectful. I still talk to this person and still be really nice and kind, engaging with the conversation. And in fact, I said to everyone, I don't need to whine, to dance, to sing because I'm already energetic enough. I have a lot of energy without alcohol. And my friend, the reason why I'm sharing this with you is because I want you to know that if I can do this, so can you. Or you would say, Kristy, I love drinking. I love smoking. I love doing all of these things. And why should I need to change? Why do I need to be like you? I don't have to. Exactly. You don't have to be like me because everyone is different. Everyone is unique. But can I ask you a question? When you do the smoking, when you do drinking, or when you lie, because we humans lie, these things can be so easy to do because you just don't need to think much and do it. But what will happen next? After that, what will be the consequence? Do you really have freedom? Yes, you do, because if freedom exists, that means anybody can do anything they want. But there's no absolute freedom, my friend. If you can do anything you want, if there's no moral limit or legal protection, anybody can just go to your house and take someone from you, or take your stuff in your room and cook in your kitchen without asking you. That's impossible. The only freedom that exists, what I believe, is when you make decisions that completely gives you inner peace. That is true freedom. Because if you make a decision at that moment, you're happy, you are like, yeah, I'm having fun, then afterwards it creates a lot of consequence, whether it's to your health, your relationship, anything else, then that is not a wise thing to do. I don't think I've shared this before. In fact, you probably cannot find anything like this online. I'm here to share with you because I care about you, my friend. I am the female leader and I'm surrounded by a lot of successful men. They're attractive, they're successful, they're rich, they're wealthy, and they have amazing personalities as well. And it can be easy to get tempted, especially when someone show me that how much they like me. I can easily take a wrong path to feel like, okay, I really like you, but then I'm a married woman, I got kids. That's gonna destroy my whole inner peace. So what I've learned, because when I was younger, I always had this a lot of temptations when I was working for someone. I remember I went to these conferences, many guys just comes to me, right? The guys. And some of them already got married. They just say, hi, you're beautiful. Let's chat. How about we have a dinner together? And I remember this once because I was working for someone and there's a German guy. He really liked me. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm pretty sure I already got married. I got a boyfriend, which was my husband back then. But even if I got a boyfriend, I'm committed. I'm not going to change my mind because I see another person. Oh, he likes me so much, he treats me so well. Then I changed my mind. I didn't do that. What happened was we went to this, and because I was working for someone and I believe my mission is to take care of the relationship with the clients, potential clients, this guy has definitely business that we can get for the company. And I had to be really nice to him. I couldn't say no, obviously. So when he said, hey, let's go for a dinner, I was like, okay. And he's like, he just wanted me to have a dinner with him. And so what happened was I said, okay, good. And then later I grabbed one of my team members to come with me because that will help to avoid unnecessary inconvenience. And he was like, why you bring someone? I was like, oh yeah, this is my colleague. So I brought that girl with me. Long story short, I was very nice. We had a very nice dinner, but everything was full of respect. And from that moment, I've learned so much and I was so proud of myself. And from that moment, I also realized that as long as I am committed and I know what I'm doing, I stay strong with my will, nothing can really shake me. And because of that, there are so many male leaders in my world. I'm even coaching many of them who are even 10 years, 20 years, or 30 years older than me. But I don't feel anything that's outside of the respectfulness. I show respect, I show love, love like a mother, love like a sister and brother. I never will go over that line because what happened is if I go over that line, I will be the one who becomes miserable because I don't want to be miserable. And also, I always focus on what matters the most. What is the foundation? And what are my principles? My principles are I love my family, I love my husband, I love my children. I want to build up a successful family that lasts forever and ever and ever. I want to show great examples for my next generation and generations after, my descendants. I want to show them that if I can do it, so can you. Just because you're beautiful, just because you're smart, just because you got a lot of people around you that they want to chase you or they are attractive, whatever those reasons are, it doesn't matter because I know who I am. So how can we change? I have concluded 3 tips plus one thing you can do so you can start changing, and it will be a huge transformation. The 3 things are, the number 1 is intention. Intention cannot get you do something unless you choose to engage. As you know, if you intend to do something, or if someone intend to get you, for example, the fishing, if someone give you the bait, they intend to get you, it doesn't mean they can get you. You're the fish. They will only get you when you choose to engage with the bait. Our human body, we are humans. It's so easy to get tempted and to get like, oh, it's hard, because it's easy to get trapped. Like the fishes, it's easy for them to just eat the bait, because when their attention goes to the bait, they'll be caught and they'll be killed. The same thing, if we don't choose to engage with the bait, we disengage with the intention that others give us, whether it's your friend, your family, or someone in your life, that you love that person dearly, but you don't agree with their behaviors and you don't want to be like them. Why don't we just learn? For me, there are two ways to learn in life. There are two kinds of people. One is you learn from them because they do so well. One is you learn to do exactly opposite to that person because you know what they're doing is wrong, so you need to do the opposite. Why don't we just do that, my friend? And it doesn't mean you don't love them anymore. It doesn't mean you're not respecting them. In fact, you are being selfless. You want, because it's harder to say no, it's harder to do the right thing. But then you can lead them, you can guide them, you can help them, guide them back on track so that they don't lose their inner peace. And the second awareness you need to have is attention. Can we just take back to Adam and Eve's story in Bible? Remember, what enemies the serpent did was one thing that was significant. And that one thing completely changed the whole history in human. The serpent just got Eve's attention. God gave Adam and Eve the whole garden they can eat from. But just one thing, when serpent got Eve's attention, her complete attention goes to that one tree, which God said you can't eat from. And once the serpent got her attention, she's already losing the battle. She's already driving to the trap. And that's the same as our life, my friend. If your attention goes to the right place, or if you choose not to show attention to the wrong things, you don't give opportunities to give attention to those things. You ignore those bad things, and you know those things going to drive you bad habits and will bad results or consequence. The serpent won't even have a chance. Eve would never eat that apple. She will enjoy the whole abundance of the whole garden with Adam and live happily ever after with a lot of beautiful kids and live in heaven. Because we are humans, it's always easier to get attention to things that don't matter. So my challenge for you for the second tip is, what are the things you're showing attention? It's time to change and shift that attention to something that matters more. And the last but not the least is your identity. In order to say no to the bad habits, in Atomic Habits, this famous book, the best-selling book, it says about in order to change, you have to change saying. For example, if someone offers you a cigarette and you say, I don't smoke, it doesn't really help, because that means you choose not to smoke today, but you can smoke another day. And it's harder for you to get rid of it because you have a free choice to choose any day and change your mind anytime. But when you say, I'm not a smoker, and that changed the whole game. When someone offers you something, I'm not a smoker, that's it, no more conversation. And then in your mind, subconsciously, you say to yourself, wow, it's disgusting, it smells yucky, it's going to destroy my health. There's a lot of reasons will come up to your mind to stop you from doing those wrong things, because your identity is everything. You know who you are, and if something that's against your identity, you will not say yes, which helps you to make wise decisions. And I want to tell you this story as well. Let's say you are on the street and someone walked to you randomly and say, hey, here is $1 million. I'll just give you $1 million. Well, of course, you say, Kristy, I don't trust this person. What he wants from me? I don't want to take money from a stranger. But let's say it's safe. The stranger is completely safe. He's seriously giving you the $1 million, right? And you say, okay, yeah, I'm gonna take it. But then I'll say, what if when you take the money, you realize that this will cost you your life, your health, your family relationships, and everything, your happiness, your joy, and inner peace. Will you still take that $1 million? Some of you may say, yeah, I will still take it. But come on, let's be honest. You don't want to take it because it's going to destroy too much. And when you compare with what you get and what you lose, you'd rather not have that 1 million, because with all the things that you have, your health, your relationship, everything else, that $1 million is earnable anytime in the future. Why am I sharing this story with you? I'm sharing this story with you is because in your life, there's so many choices you're making exactly like this moment. It's like, oh my gosh, this food is so delicious. Woo, smells nice. That $1 million attracting you. But then you realize, oh, if I eat that, there'll be consequence. And secondly, why I said it's linked to identity. What if I tell you, when someone offers you $1 million, but then you realize, hang on a minute, I am a prince of this city. I own the whole city. My father can offer me anything 100 times more than this $1 million. Why should I bother to have this $1 million? Why? When your identity shifted, you make decisions even much easier and more easily, because just like I said, if you make a decision, you know that that food is yummy, but when you eat it, it causes you diabetes or sugar or a lot of other problems will age you. Or that dinner is amazing with friends, but you know this guy's gonna drain you. You're gonna be tired. You're gonna play until midnight. You're gonna lose time with your family. You're gonna disconnect with your wife. There'll be a lot of things that you will know that's gonna happen. If that's the case, will you still choose to get that $1 million? Or you rather just stay and you know you have billions and billions and trillions of dollars that you can earn when you stay on track? And the last but not the least is, there's only one thing you can do when next time you need to make a decision in life, whether it's going to help you or not. Before you make any decisions, ask yourself, is it going to ruin my inner peace later, my health later, my relationship later? Ask this question. Because once you ask this question, you will become the wisest man in the world. Nobody can stop you making wise decisions. You'll be so proud of yourself. You will truly live a life that with full potential. Live your life fully and most happily and joyfully than ever. God bless you. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you like this video, I would like to hear from you for the comments and share with someone. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.